day after Leadville. We're dodging these adorable donkeys in their ultra race.
Yes, we are.
Hang on a sec.
We got a mini, so we got...
Oh my goodness. This is what I need today, actually.
It is nice.
Yeah, so you did the double last year, Leadville straight into Breck.
Yep.
And one of the reasons I was excited to chat with you is you've had a bit of a story arc the last 18 months? How would you
honestly,
bookend it for us?
I would say Breck, like the lead Breck is kind of what started it. So I guess we're about the 1 year anniversary.
One year anniversary of the struggle bus.
Yeah.
What happened? Take us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I raced Leadville last year and it went well. Got 10th and it wasn't a perfect day. It wasn't a terrible day. And it had been a decent season up to that point. But yeah, I went to Breck and I kind of felt sick the morning waking up, but I kind of just chalked it up to normal.
Yeah.
You know, like you're supposed to feel kind of crappy after Leadville.
It is crazy how sometimes the post-race symptoms like exactly mirror an illness.
Yeah, it's like really hard to differentiate between the two. So I went to Breck, raced it.
Which is 6 days.
6 days. Yeah, Sunday to Saturday, and yeah, I just felt terrible the whole time. I actually ended up winning, but it was I just felt terrible. I didn't sleep the whole week. You know, I'm like, your body temperature's high the whole time and you have no power. I was getting dropped on the start of every race. Like I could not go above threshold even for 30 seconds. I could not get my heart rate above like 160 the whole time.
Just had like a low ceiling.
Yeah, super low ceiling. But yeah, finished that race and just like, I didn't come back for the rest of the season. Like I just couldn't really find any sort of intensity for the rest of the year. And so at both Little and Big Sugar struggled. And yeah, I was just kind of felt like I've been, you know, having that ghost of that sensation behind me for the whole last year.
Interesting.
There's a donkey stuck in the tunnel.
Oh no.
Oh.
He's not happy about it.
Oh no, I think they're getting a photo op. Well, we'll just keep chatting while things settle themselves.
Sounds good.
So you had a good shot, if I remember correctly, you had a good shot of being in the money at the Grand Prix last year, kind of until Little and Big Sugar were tough.
And I guess I forget Czech too did not go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in like maybe 7th, like Sea Otter went really well, Unbound went solid, and Leadville went well. So yeah, I was definitely in the mix.
Yeah.
And then, I went to Schwamigan and again, sort of had no intensity, which obviously you need at Schwamigan.
So were you, like when you're struggling like that,
Yeah.
do you just half shut down training? Were you taking like big blocks of time off, just trying to reset? What did that look like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously after Leadbreck, you need to rest.
Yeah.
So I rested hard for like a whole week. I think I took like 3 full days off and then took 4 or 5 more of just like easy 1 hour spins, and then just slowly introduced like low intensity volume. And I felt like that was going to be a good solution, but you know, after a certain point you hope to get that back.
For sure.
And it just like never seemed to come back for weeks on end. Yeah. And so at that point you've already been resting for multiple weeks, but you're coming off of something hard that it seems like you never recovered from. So it's like, do you listen to the fact that you never recovered, or that you haven't been training?
Yeah.
You get stuck in this really weird spot where you don't know what to do.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Woo! Nice job.
That's awesome.
There's
a big
pretty
group
full.
coming. Yeah. Got about 12.
To be fair, this was us throughout the foothills of Leadville yesterday. Just
It's
jamming
true.
up the
Yeah,
work, so.
we take our we point our elbows out and take the road.
So anyway, kind of disappointing way to end the year, but then describe for people what it was like to kind of go into that off season, were you optimistic that that would just kind of be the reset you needed, or were there kind of still some skeletons in the closet?
I thought I'd be fine. So I took a big long off season, obviously, which I do anyways. You race for that long, it's just smart to do regardless of how the last race goes.
Yeah.
And honestly, the off season itself, I felt like it went well. Like my training numbers were good. I felt normal. I kind of had that normal off season progression where you feel like you're behind the ball for a few weeks, but then it comes back, and all of a sudden by January you feel, January, February you feel pretty good. And then I went to BWR Arizona and actually had a great race.
Weren't you were like top 5?
Yeah, I was 5th there,
Yeah.
and kind of botched the sprint, like woulda, shoulda, but maybe should have taken 3rd.
Yeah.
Kind of made a stupid mistake in the finale, but so I was super happy with that race. But yeah, then I went to Cape Epic and sort of got bit by that stage racing bug again. It did not go well and had the exact same issue, and kind of set me on that path again for several months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cape Epic. Yeah, I mean, I'm toying with the idea of doing it next year.
Yeah.
But your experience actually is the primary thing that's giving me pause, because it is a gamble. Like, it's, from what I can tell, it's such a beatdown.
Yep.
And it's such a hole you dig.
Yep.
And kind of what I've heard through the grapevine a little bit is that your conclusion is that stage racing is just harder maybe for you to recover from than, I don't know, the average guy we race with. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's fair to say. It's obviously going to be hard for everybody, but
Yeah.
the whole thing where it's like, multiple months of issues recovering from it is, I don't think, normal, but it could be, I don't want to, I have 2 stage races under my belt. I've had the same issue both times.
Yep.
Maybe it's something I'm doing nutritionally or in prep, but yeah, it's definitely been a tough go, and Cape Epic specifically is a logistical beast, and partner racing, especially when it's not going well, is like horrible mentally.
Because I listen to your daily podcasts.
Yep.
You and Alex Wilde did it together.
Yep.
Which on paper, is a great pairing. Like,
Yeah.
you guys both shred, like both mountain bikers.
Yeah.
On any given day, one finishes in front of the other in one of these races, it seems like.
Yep.
But that's not how it played out.
No.
And boy, just listening to by midweek, just the hollowness in your voice of just the beatdown, and also presumably just the mental toll of not being able to hold up your end of the bargain, or at least feeling that way.
Oh, totally.
Talk about that a little bit, because it's one thing to be frustrated with how you're racing, but then to feel like you're letting down the entire operation is just such insult to injury.
Yeah, it was Alex's. Alex was the driving force behind it. He invited me.
Yeah.
He, handled the logistics. He's got an uncle from South Africa. Like, he's got an aunt with a place down there. It's something that he's been targeting for years.
Yeah.
It was very important to him. He did a very specific build that went really well. He's in the shape of his life. I felt like I had despite what we just talked about in the fall, I really felt like I had a great off season.
For sure.
And my first little tune-up race at BWR went well. So I felt like I was prepared to at least, even if he's in better shape, you hope like, okay, he pulls a little more this, that, or the other. But to be in a spot where he's literally like pushing me up like every climb. We did, there's a flat times trial stage where he pulled on the front the entire, like every second.
Wire to wire.
Wire to wire, and I was completely on the limit, and if it got bumpy or slow or crosswind enough, you dropped me out of the draft.
Jeez.
Like it wasn't, it's not like it's close.
Yeah.
So to not even be on that level, and then I had some a freak mechanical one day.
Yep, I remember hearing about that.
Where I crashed, and then he ran over my wheel, which is propped up, and just completely, tacoed it. And then I had to walk like 14 miles in the rain, and my feet were like bleeding because you can't walk 14 miles in mountain bike shoes. And we took a 45-minute penalty because he just, I basically forced him to just go and ride,
Wow.
because I'm just walking.
You took a 45-minute penalty. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because at the time I was thinking we were just going to DNF. It was going so poorly.
Jeez, dude.
I'm staring down the barrel of a 12-mile walk or 14-mile walk, and he was totally prepared to just hang out with me.
Yeah.
And bring it home, but I needed some space.
Yeah.
So I kind of forced him to just ride to the finish, and he got a chance to kind of stretch the legs for the first time that week. So mentally, I think it was good for him and I to separate on that stage, but it is technically against the rules. So
yeah,
took a solid penalty there, and came home with big ol' nothing result-wise.
Yeah.
It's tough mentally because, like I said, it was kind of we were hanging out with his family. He was sort of the driving force. So you get home after the hardest, 4 or 5 hour race of your life, mentally and physically. And then you're kind of hanging out with his uncle and his aunt and his mom, who are amazing people, by the way.
Yeah.
But
just a tough
you can't help
dynamic.
feel this guilt.
Yeah.
Jeez, so
man, that's dark.
It was a really hard week.
So you posted a little bike check thing on IG.
Yeah.
And one of the photos got a lot of attention, which was these notes on your handlebars.
Yeah.
And what's funny is they weren't really legible.
Yeah.
And for a couple of minutes I thought about it, and I was like, what could this mean? And
yeah,
I almost for a second, so Keegan used to coach you, and I almost thought for a second that maybe you were a hired gun.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't think Zach would. Like, Zach's definitely racing for himself. He's got Grand Prix ambitions.
For sure.
And then I was like, oh, it's got to be 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it was. That was a 6 hour pacing plan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a slow year. Like, really slow, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, several minutes slower.
Yeah. But take me, before we talk about the race, take me inside the couple of days before, because it's kind of another thing that's maybe not talked about a bunch. I wasn't in a great headspace a couple of days before.
Really? Tell me about that.
Oh, well, just like, I think it's pretty normal stuff, but maybe I just sort of forgotten what that's like.
Yeah.
But just, just fears, doubts, all that normal stuff.
Yep.
How is it's not always like that.
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon, I guess is my point. Were you dealing with any of that, or were you feeling pretty confident before this one?
I mean, a little bit. I would say in the grand scheme of things, I was feeling very confident. There's always, you get to altitude, you get a little headache, get a little nauseous, your little HRV score isn't as good.
Yeah.
It's like, no!
Sleep scores.
It's all down the drain.
Yeah.
But, I was able to cope with that pretty well, I think. So I was feeling good. Like I said, I just had my best crusher. All my training's gone really well. So I was just pretty determined to focus on the the data points that pointed to a good day rather than the others. But yeah, I felt good, and I don't know, I came to this race as a rookie in 2023.
Yeah.
And didn't really know what to expect, hadn't even seen half the course. I did 6:16.
Yeah. Pretty good first go.
Yeah, and and last year I did a 6:18.
Yeah.
And I had a horrible race.
Okay.
I blew up catastrophically on St. Kevin's. I was in 60th maybe at one point.
Holy cow.
And just kind of trudged my way back to 10th. And so I'm like, if I have better fitness, more knowledge, the drop bars, a group of people on drop bars, I kind of figured maybe the the pipeline out and back would be a bit quicker.
Yeah.
I just thought over 2 years and all of that, I think 4% faster is reasonable.
Of course.
So it didn't end up happening. Once we got to Columbine, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
this isn't going super easy to keep this pace. So
Because we were in the same group. We were in a big group of maybe 8, and then got caught by Cam Jones was in there. Oh no, he was driving.
Cam caught us before Twin Lakes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He was
Chad
there.
Haga.
Chad
Came
Haga
through.
kind of started like a trickle of riders with Toby
Yeah.
and I can't even remember
The
who else.
diesel lads.
Yeah, exactly. They started making up ground.
So our
heading
group
up there.
swelled,
Yep.
and then kind of split on the way back. That's sort of a new thing with Leadville. I've always said that this race, plays out really formulaically, but that's not really true anymore.
Yeah, it was more tactical, it felt like this year.
Yeah. And then we had the flat bar, drop bar mix, which introduced, some different opportunities for tactics and just like different race dynamics in general.
Yeah.
Depending on who is riding what, I think you probably went down power line faster than anyone yesterday from what I could tell, but there are definitely some people on drop bars out there who are going a little slower than they might typically. So there's a lot of back and forth, but you had a good minute-ish, I want to say, on my bigger group of 4 or 5 going into power line.
Yep.
And as happens on power line on the way back, it just turns into like an absolute like bar fight. It's just like ugly.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like shit.
Yeah.
And it's like who just happens to kind of get lucky and have 10 more watts than someone else and like sort of land a punch.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you take me inside Columbine on the way back? Like what is that like? Because having been out of racing for a bit, I don't know if mentally I just needed a reminder or what, but I was like shocked at how difficult it was.
So sorry, power line or Columbine?
Sorry, power line.
Okay, yeah. No, I have never had an easy go up power, or like anything other than it feeling like I'm just catastrophically blowing up a power line, even on my best races here.
Yeah.
And even everyone seemed to go to the 42 chainring this year. I downsized to a 36.
Did you?
Because of my fears of power line, yeah.
Good for you.
That climb is absolutely brutal that late in the day. And I was hopeful that our move, we kind of got some separation, me, Toby, and Lesby from you guys. And I thought, we were working together pretty efficiently, but sometime about 5-10 minutes before that last aid, Lesby was pulling through and about dropping me off the group every single time.
He is going this year. He's
so
consistent, and on the flats, he and Toby are actually pretty similar riders in a lot of ways, I feel like.
Yep.
And both those boys, I actually thought of you when you rolled off with them. I was like, whoo, that's a very advantageous train to be on.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be really hard, I think.
It was hard, yeah. So it kind of caught up to me, and like if you're feeling it before power line on the flats and in the on the wheels, like you're in for it.
Yeah.
So my kind of thought process was, I can't completely fall apart going up Turquoise Lake or something like that. So keep one in the chamber a little bit and kind of slip back off of them.
Yep.
And I did that to the best of my ability, but you and Taylor still caught and passed me just before we got over the top. So then I was solo after that. And it was, that last 20 miles is just, it's violent. It's so hard.
Mentally, it's so rough.
Yeah.
No matter, whether you're having a good day or not.
Yeah.
Do you ever have thoughts of like, this might be my last Leadville in the middle of it?
No,
really?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Leadville,
right.
man. It's so hard, but
because I'm gonna put my hand up. This was number 8 for me, And I think the last 3 on Powerline, I've just been like, man, I don't know how many more of these I want to do.
You said 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I've only done 3, so I think maybe by the time I get to 8, I'll be saying the same. But
the asterisk to that is I know within the next 48 to 72 hours,
you probably feel
I'll be
differently.
thinking about how to improve next year at Leadville.
Totally, yeah. How she goes.
Cool, man. So good points.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're at in the Grand Prix now?
I don't think they've posted it that I've seen. I imagine once you factor in a drop race, I'm probably in the
Top 10 for sure.
No, because I DNF'd Unbound and Sea Otter. I was like 3rd to last, so it's still possible to get a good result in the end, but got to bring it home in a major way. But I'm excited for it. We're kind of in the same boat. I think we're probably like tied, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I only got like 2 or 3 points at Sea Otter.
Okay. I don't know if it's a hot take, but my theory is that the one drop thing is going to make the point situation even more of a bloodbath than usual. I think there are going to be a lot of really good racers who are going to have to count a race that they scored like 4 points at or 7 points at.
Yeah. I listened to your podcast with Cam.
Yeah.
And you kind of went over that, and it's like, yeah, even before Unbound, several of the racers had kind of locked in like a sub 5 point round.
Yeah.
And I'm sure even more after Leadville.
For sure. Yeah, it's an interesting series. Part of me almost thinks they should do it World Cup style.
Yeah, I think cumulative points.
Just cumulative and like a
exponentially ramp.
Way bigger spread.
Yeah.
Way more points in general. Like make a win, hundreds of points instead of 30.
Yeah.
But then another part of me kind of thinks with how mechanical prone these races are, drops are kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
One drop seems rough though. That's mine.
I think 1 of 6 is pretty rough. We'll see though. I mean, at the end of the day though, like everyone has the same rules that they're going against. So yeah, I don't know. It's it seems to shake out pretty accurately.
True.
In the end,
That's
despite
true.
the anxiety and the comebacks and all that, it does seem like you get a decently fair picture of who the top 10 riders that year were in the end, in my opinion.
No, it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, man. Well, thanks for dodging donkeys with us.
Absolutely.
And congrats on being back and feeling yourself.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to the rest of a good season with you. We're only halfway through the series. Can you believe that?
Exactly.
It's August.
Yeah, it's insane how backloaded it is.
Yeah, it's wild. Okay,
Cool.
dude. Thanks. That was fun.
Thank you.